Hey Pisces. All right, we need to talk because this is the third time I've done this reading, and I didn't like the first one because I thought, oh, I'm having an off day. I don't like the way that felt, right? So I did it again, and the same things kept coming up, and I thought, oh, I must be just like having absorbed. I have a few Pisces friends, and theirs were similar, and I thought, oh, that's just them, because I've been kind of we've just been talking quite a lot. They're going through something, so I've been helping them out. I've been going over there a lot. This is the third time I read this, and it's the same. So, all right, just hear me out. Everything you need to know about the reading is down below. This is a should I stay or should I go reading for October. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we've either got not wanting to fight anymore, wanting to work together, or just avoiding conflict, okay? And we got barriers, and this talks about the barriers that might have come up now because of heartache or because of grudges being held that need to be broken through in order for there to be like success in the relationship, or just for you to be happy again. And barriers are what you make them, right? So this talks about rising above and being able to clear those barriers. Right here we have the Three of Swords and Judgment. When I was shuffling the little guys to clarify, these three fell out. Okay, so this is being upset because there's either no communication or no offer of security, or whatever is happening in the relationship is not making you feel very safe, or it's less than what you thought it would be or could be or should be, okay? There's an issue of things falling short, you not being happy and not knowing what's going to happen in the future. Lack of planning, lack of forward motion. Maybe there's not even any conversation, and now we don't know what's going to happen. And again, echoing that, don't know what's going to happen in the future, okay? What needs to happen, or how the suggestion for Pisces on how to act is two things. It could be either do what is in your best interest or say you're sorry. And it's hard to sit here and go, Pisces, you need to apologize, but I'm just saying, it could be you're dealing with a Libra. But there needs to be an apology about a bad decision or a bad choice in this relationship. Now, whether that resonates with you or your partner, that's for you to know, right? This is general, but I've tried to make it what it's not, or tried to kind of, well, maybe it's just this, because it's hard to sit here and go, look, people are upset, but I think it's you that needs to apologize. But there it is, okay? So it could be that your partner's wanting you to apologize, or that an apology from you is in order. It could be this is your partner that I'm reading, all right? So the purpose of the relationship is, okay, now this is the Bitch card. When it's reversed like this is the Bitch card. This is knowing what you want, being clear thinking, organized, decisive, could be male or female. This right here is somebody could be cold-hearted, overly emotional, somebody that's just has their own agenda and wants what they want, whether they're naturally like that or they were driven to be like that by circumstance. Either way, this is generally known as the Bitch card, okay? So it could be that the purpose of this relationship was, you can't be a bitch to people. I'm sorry, that's not funny. It's like, holy cow, is somebody, I don't know who's getting this, talking to, but it could also be that, if you're, being that you might be willing to work on things and that's your nature, your disposition, it could be that if you don't have your own agenda or direction, you'll follow somebody else's, or somebody else will take that and be like, let's do what I want to do all the time, every time, all day. And then all of a sudden you get fed up because maybe you start to feel taken for granted. So this could also speak to having your own direction, or knowing who you are, so that you can be interdependent with someone rather than either dependent or too independent, like, not attached enough. There's that interdependency, which is like a balance between relying on somebody but also being able to meet your own needs, okay? So it could be talking about needing to have more direction or an idea of what you want in a relationship, okay? And how you let go of this relationship is that this is an offer, right? This is an offer of security. I think this is about you doing for yourself after this. And this is about Pisces or water, and this is your element, water, right? And I think this is saying however you need to resource yourself, you need to do that. So if it's about being around friends, you need to immerse yourself around friends, get through it with your friends. If this is about, or I'm sorry, if you're somebody that likes to be alone, this is about you know, kind of going inward, kind of like the Hermit card, and staying by yourself to process all this. However you need to do to resource and recoup, you do it, because hydrate to me speaks about resourcing yourself. And particularly for Pisces, being a water sign, this is about do whatever you need to do to be in your element, so that you feel, especially after this heartache, you know, so that you feel taken care of, you feel nurtured, you can come out the other side, or at least be emotionally balanced, or strive for that emotional balance and perspective about this situation. Okay, that objective perspective. So the Knight of Pentacles talks about providing security for, in this case, for yourself, finding comfort in routine and anything that would build security and prosperity for yourself for the future, because this is, it could be somebody coming in to offer that to you, like a better offer basically than this over here. But for me, it feels like this is speaking of being solo for a while. And that's echoed by this. The action to take is build security for yourself. This is a solitary queen. They like earning, they like working, they like taking care of their domain, theirs and their own, and they're good at it. And it's kind of in their wheelhouse. They're security driven, and as long as those security needs are met, they don't mind extending and being generous to others. But this is right here, this is saying to take time out to process this. If you decide to leave, that would be the route to take, to start building a security nest egg for yourself, or just concentrate on your own future right now, making a secure future for yourself. The action to take for both of this is do whatever it takes to make you, not whatever it takes, but think about things in terms of being secure for yourself. So whether you decide to stay in the relationship, make sure that you feel secure in the relationship, or that you're doing things on your own that provide you a sense of security in this relationship. If you decide to go, make sure that you already got that right here, right? It's just continue on making yourself prosperous, and just for success, not success, but security for the future. And if you do decide to go, this is all about, like I said, being around people that would make you feel secure and make you feel whole again, so to speak. Okay, so this whichever one you take, you need to come from a position of security. If you're leaving, you need to build the security. If you're going to stay, you need to take a break for a little bit and figure out how you can feel secure again, or what, if you're going to stay in this relationship, you need to feel secure. Okay, and your partner needs to be receptive to that. And that could be in communication, that could be spending more time together. Whatever wrong was done, you need to feel safe in the relationship again. So this may be talking about your partner, that they need to apologize for the heartache that they caused you. Okay, because if this is telling you to be solitary for a while, to think about things and look at things from a security perspective, it could be that, you know, they're the person that did the wrongdoing, or it could be that you decided to leave a relationship because of this heartbreak. It was the right thing to do because the person made a bad decision, and you're just worried about your own future right now, your own security, and you're establishing your own material success and longevity right now. Okay, all right. So, and honestly, this is the past two readings had the same overtones about just, there's been a wrong, there's been, you know, and especially in this position too, it was like, you know, how do you sit there and tell someone, look, you need to say you're sorry and you need to stop being a bitch, or you need to, well, it doesn't have to be about that only. It could just be that, you know, take some time out to decide what you want in a relationship, and then if your partner's amenable, great. If not, then I guess that's a non-starter, you know, because you have to be able to feel secure and safe in a relationship. I mean, gosh, we're not doormats. And this is man or woman. This isn't, you know, it just could be man or woman. And like I said, I could be reading for your partner instead of you, however this resonates. This is breaking free. Okay. I really think that Pisces, you are the Pisces that I'm reading for, you're pretty easygoing to the point where sometimes your partner mistakes that for weakness, or, you know, just compliant or whatever. And it's like, no, just because I'm easygoing and nice doesn't mean I don't deserve respect. Hello, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. And this is about, I think, you deciding, you know what, I've had enough, or I'm going to take a break for a while, because right now I got my guard up, and you're not going to be able to get past that because I'm heartbroken, and somebody needs to say they're sorry. And I think I just need to, for a while right now, just be on my own, break free, figure things out. And it's sad because you really thrive on, some people find like the day in and day out really comforting. Other people are like, oh my gosh, I got to do something different this week. But I think for the Pisces that I'm reading for, you were quite at home with this person, and it's like they took it for granted, or it could be that you took it for granted, you took them for granted. But either way, this is saying that the mold needs to be broken. You need to break free. For some of you, that will be leaving the relationship. For others, it's like, after you hammer it out and you talk and you maybe go to counseling or whatnot, or you're just working on things. All right, look, there needs to be a new way of security, or we need to establish some new ground rules here, because I don't want the old way anymore. We need to break that mold, and we need to do things like this, or whatever, however you work that out. But this could speak to that, okay, the old way's gone. Here's the new way. We need to agree on this. We need to work together. Okay, so Pisces, that is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. Interesting that it kept coming up the same way every time, but that's the way it is, I guess, huh? That's the way it goes. Anyway, I hope it was helpful. I hope to see you the next reading. Thank you for stopping by, and take care.